Good morning. Never actually explored in this house. Garage door's open. Those doors don't open. Backyard. Sleepy. Farmer Joe. It's a nice spacious washroom. Ooh, I think we've been here. I've been here before, because I remember this setup. Because it's very similar to how we have it our computer set up. We just both face the same direction. I'm thinking of changing the whole setup though, so that we are two facing a window. Okay, what was I doing? Okay guys, if you guys have any questions for me, ask away. I know most of the questions will be trucking related. Had a great question yesterday about how truckers lose bungees. What's that? Your question is, what were you doing? I have the same question. Okay. Hey, that's what I was doing. I was obviously running a combine. Why is it not emptying? Why is my combine not emptying? Is that trailer full? Am I not close enough to that trailer? There we go. Okay. Front trailer must be full. Yeah, I saw how much money you have. You have no loan and I have max loan and I'm at this money. Try to mute myself as I sneeze and cough. So if all of a sudden you hear no sound, that's because I muted myself and forgot to unmute myself, so say something. Yeah. Try that again. So that's my field right beside us here. It's growing, so we're just doing contracts while we're waiting for my field to grow. It's got full fertilizer, right? Field 41 and 42. It's got full fertilizer. For some reason it says it's not plowed, but I bet that's just, it hasn't loaded yet. want to buy a field 49. That's why I got max loan. I've got to get two. I basically need 700 grand. So I've made a max loan. So I need another 50 grand. Not quite. 45 grand, I guess. So I'm trying to do contracts to get that 45 grand. I did finally finish that potato harvest on the field right there. So how are you guys doing? What's new and exciting? What's that? You have orange juice. Not. That's exciting, all right. Oh, your field of oilseed radish grew. Where is she? Field 20 up there. Okay. Oops. Right up there. Me, I'm trying to make this into one big field. I'm going to move that driveway across over there, but I'm almost full. I should be paying attention. Hey, Iron Thunder. Oh, there we go. I don't know what you feel like. A big breakfast. Still like that paint job. It's really good on that truck. Very metallic green. You did not give me the files. You can give them to me now. I got some exciting news, so maybe she'll give them to me now. What files? We paid someone for some files. Some new designs. For some, let's call them avatars, really. So they're not done. The part that I paid someone to do is done. Now I'm going to finish them by putting basically a logo for us. A trucking with. No, I want the full file. In real life, how high would they run the header, not the header, but the roller thing? Like how high would you actually run it to help push the wheat into the header? I guess for something, a taller crop, you'd go up here. For beans and stuff, you would lower it down lower, right? For this crop, it should be quite high up here, right? I think. Just kind of help it bend into the header. Keep the cutters from pushing over the wheat the other direction, I guess. I guess that's the whole point to having whatever the roller thing is called. I'm not a farmer. Oh, there's our file. Okay. Yes, this combine does really shoot that swath way out. And then of course we couldn't lift it. Oh, it just shoots it over the top. Okay. So it's got somewhere internal, it's got a flap that pushes it at the bottom. So it hits the fans or comes at the top. Yeah. It's got two spreaders that spray it out. Alright, so let's plug this in. Bing, bing, bing. Now I'm locked up. Where would it be? Main file? Is that it? Okay. So it'll open in Photoshop right away. Okay. So the colors might not be correct. Here we go. Avatar of me. An avatar of Jess. I love them. They totally look like us. I really like how they came out. I'm so happy about these. And I asked for them in a Photoshop file so I can move them around, and then I can build the rest of the logo, like trucking with Juan and Jess or trucking with Juan Rumple, whatever, however we make it happen. I gotta figure that out and put a background, but I'm not artistic enough to make avatars of ourselves. And she did such a good job to actually make them look like us. So I'm so happy with this. So I wanna, no, I don't want to save anything. I want to work on that along with, you know, this logo that apparently isn't opening. maybe have this logo like on the back of a shirt and then our avatar on the front chest of a shirt or something like that. So close that stuff down. And then do a giveaway with the shirt. Give away some shirts. It's all very expensive to do, but we actually got a really, really good price for those avatars. Like, I only paid $100 for those. And the artist was asking for less. I'm like, I cannot, in good conscience, not pay $100 for that. Good luck getting anyone else to make professional avatars like that. Where am I delivering this? Holster stores. Hollister? 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 I don't know how to pronounce it. I do, don't I? Oh. Yep, they're missing on this one. Huh. They're there, though. Ignore profile. Apparently I didn't have that layer on when I saved it as a JPEG. I don't have them here either. Let's see. There they are. So I just didn't have them on when I saved the JPEG version of it. Good catch though. I missed it. I'll have to redo the thumbnail or redo the JPEG file. Just save it as a JPEG again. So. Yeah, I was loading in Lavington, and one of the other drivers told me that it sucks when you load at Lavington. You can only throw as many straps as there's dunnage, and a 20-foot piece of lumber has 3 pieces of dunnage on it, and so they're like, I can only throw 3 straps. I'm like, what? Let me go talk to him. I'm on the safety team, right? So I was there yesterday. It's like, and when you do orientation, it does say that you're only supposed to do 1 strap per piece of dunnage. Now, having said that, it is legal. On a 20-foot bundle of lumber, it is legal only throwing 3 straps. Because you have to throw a strap at 5 feet, 10 feet, and anything longer than 5 feet, anything less than 5 feet needs 1 strap. Anything longer than 10 feet needs 2 straps. And anything longer than 20 feet needs 3 straps. I think I have that right. It would be 5 feet plus 10 feet. So 5 feet, 15 feet, and 25 feet. So 3 straps are legal. But not really safe. I picked up lumber there yesterday and I threw 5 straps over 20 feet of lumber. 5 straps, that's a strap every 4 feet. I always strap every bundle of lumber on my truck always has a strap every 4 feet. Simple. Yeah, Sutco actually has policy, at least in the training, they say every 4 feet. And it's way overkill legally, but so many times I have seen, well, not so many times, 2 crashes this summer. I've seen loads that were sitting in the back of the truck driver's cab because he had hit the brakes hard and the load shifted. And sure enough, he was legally strapped. He had the legal amount of straps necessary. That tells you the legal amount of straps is not enough to hold the load in. The legal amount of straps is the bare minimum you can get away with. And it only takes an extra minute to throw 2 extra straps, and it could save your butt down the road if you have to make an emergency brake. Well, I drive nice. I don't have to worry about doing emergency brakes. When's the moose going to step right in the middle of the road, right in front of you? It doesn't matter how nice and how careful you drive. If a moose jumps in front of you at night, you're making an emergency stop. A car makes a suicidal pass and slams on their brakes in front of you. You are making an emergency stop. Doesn't matter how nice you drive, you cannot calculate for other people's or something natural happening. Come around a corner and there's a big rock size of a Volkswagen on the road. You're making an emergency stop. Only takes an extra minute to throw that strap. Take my word for it, it makes a difference. When I rolled my truck 2 winters ago, tow truck driver said they had never done this before. Tipping a truck back on its wheels with the load still on it, and then me driving away with it. Extra strap. And I've seen people strap not even legally strapped. I've seen 10-foot piece of lumber, like big bundle of lumber, like with 100 pieces of lumber in the bundle. One strap. One strap for 10 feet of that? How is that safe? I've seen bagged products on pallets, like the big bags, one pallet size bag. I've seen guys throw those on their load, and they put straps on the front pallets and on the rear pallets, but no straps at all in the center pallets. He just goes, I'm tarping it, it'll hold it in. It's like, yeah, sure, it'll hold it in until you're in an emergency situation. Because I'll be honest, the stuff doesn't move. You can drive down the highway with no straps, and the stuff does not move. Stuff on the deck stays on the deck. It doesn't move. It wants to stay there. It's got friction from the weight. It wants to stay on the deck. It doesn't move unless you have to hit the brakes hard or take a corner fast. How do I know stuff doesn't move? Let's just not go there. Not like I would have made a mistake in the past. It was just the tarps. I had the tarps loose on the back of the deck of a trailer. rolled up tarps. So four big tarps. I don't know how much each of those weighs. 50 pounds each. They don't move. They sit right there. No straps needed. And I went through a couple of scales with no straps over that. That is 100% a insecure load ticket. When I got to the destination, it's like taking straps off. I'm like, wait, there's no strap on this. Huh. Oops. So the stuff doesn't move unless you have to make an emergency move. Emergency brake, emergency turn. Then the stuff goes flying. That's the only reason you need straps, for emergency. But the bare legal minimum amount of straps will not be enough in an emergency to keep you safe. Now the two big rigs that I saw crash this summer that were wearing the lumber in the cab, the driver was fine. It just destroyed the truck, so it was just a lot of money that got thrown out. So Iron Thunder, should I change my Canada flag icon to that avatar? Or leave it the Canadian flag? Change it to my face? Change it to my face? I'll make the video, the screen, I'll change that too so that we have our avatars in it. I'm definitely gonna play with that when the creative mood strikes me. I never work on the stuff unless I feel like working on the stuff. Forcing yourself to work on that kind of stuff, art, it's not fun. You won't do a good job unless the creative mood strikes you. But when I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone. My bottom lip will be so swollen and bruised by the time I'm out of the zone, because I bite my bottom lip when I am full creative mode. All my art comes, every time I do some awesome art, I keep the flag in there somehow. I like the idea of that too. Put the flag as a partial on the background or something. But yeah, I like that idea. I don't know. We'll see what I figure out, but I agree with you there. So I'm still watching the Great War channel. I'm 3 years into the war now. I'm literally watching every single episode from when they started till now. Yep, I'm definitely into it. I haven't got to the one that you shared about Lithuania or the Baltics, which would include Lithuania, but I'll get there. That's really interesting. I didn't know a lot about World War One. Everybody always talks about World War Two, and there's not a lot of information about World War One. So it's really nice to go through it week by week. This week in the war, this happened, right? So it's kind of neat. And just the staggering amount of people that died in that war, it's just like, how do you throw away that many lives and just keep throwing them away week after week? You just keep throwing lives away. It's like, after 3 weeks of fighting and neither side has gained any land, they haven't moved forward, they've just lost thousands upon thousands of lives. It's like, what was the point of this war? Other than depopulating depopulating the countries. It's like so many thousands of people died. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I understand. Understand why you would like that music, and they just made an album all about World War One. Okay, that's kind of cool, actually. Future of warfare, the first tanks that were used in World War One. I just watched the video about the Mark 4. Is it the Mark 4? Yeah. It took 4 people just to drive the thing, and then another 4 people to man the guns, and 4 people just to drive it, just to control. It'd be hard to drive that thing. And then the engine's on the inside with the exhausts boiling hot. You're literally sitting in an oven. Carbon monoxide poisoning. Basically death traps. Yeah, I don't think tanks were ever very instrumental in World War One. They were deployed. I think they were more of a fear mechanism than actual damage that they did. It definitely would strike fear in you. Ghost in the Trenches about a Canadian sniper. Yeah, Canadians definitely had some good warriors. Canadians had some good input into the war. In fact, Canadians could reload their guns so fast that the enemy thought that Canadians had semi-automatic guns. Yeah, I was talking to the son of a veteran, and he was telling him a story how they they would reload their guns so quickly that the enemy actually thought that the Canadians had semi-automatics, and they didn't have. They were manually reloading bullet after bullet. It's like click, click, bang, click, click, bang. A song about Francis Peggy. And I think Germans are still looked at as the evil side of the war. World War II, maybe. It was more the leaders. A lot of the leaders did some evil stuff. But World War One, there was evil on both sides. There was. I don't think either side was right. It was just death on both sides. And we had heroes on both sides too. Just turn the Union off. Yeah, honestly, the only thing World War One and World War Two did was reduce the population of the world. German song Bismarck. Yep. I guess World War Two, Japanese got made into evil villains as well. And in the Cold War, Russians were made into evil villains. It's all propaganda. The people that win the war are the ones that are seen as the courageous heroes, because they get to write the history books and get to write the history books in your favor. But the Russians are the real evil. They are right now, right? The whole world is. I guess the reason for all the dead people is just so you can write the history books. Siberian camps, executions. Yeah, but aren't we still doing that? We're still doing that. The USA, Guantanamo Bay, what is that? Holding all these East Indian enemy combatants without charging them? There's no charge? How's that legal? Completely illegal, right? I mean, the Guantanamo Bay has disappeared now, but the Bush era, right? It's a terrorist prison, but none of the terrorists got charged, or not none. A lot of the people in there had never had any charges against them, and had nothing to do with terrorism. So they captured a whole bunch of people that weren't guilty at all. And that can't be right. We can't be charging people that are innocent. So we're still doing it today. And right now, with the current presidency of the U.S., all Mexicans are evil. Are all rapists, murderers, evil Mexicans coming into the U.S.? It's like, maybe a few. Most of them just want to make a living. So we always write the history books so that the other people are the evil ones. Hmm? Oh, that's not quite true. Um, I disagree with communism, but Russia is not what we make it seem like. I actually have a friend that is from Russia, and I talk to him, and he just goes, what we all make Russia sound like, it's not what it really is. Yes, there are a lot of evil things that happen in Russia. People that voice their opinions against the government disappear and get killed. And we can't condone that, but that kind of crap happens here too. I think the Western countries are just better at hiding it, at keeping it politically correct. But yes, Putin is definitely, well, he's ex-KGB spy, so And how does he stay in power as long as he is? Yeah, none of that's, all of that is crooked for sure. Like, there's no way that's... And then North Korea. Like, there's still a lot of evil in the world that... But Russia might have some evil leadership, but most of the people are just trying to live like normal people. 99% of Russians are really decent people, just like the rest of the world. They just want to be left alone and make a living. But yes, the leadership is definitely bloody. And I also agree, just because your leader says you should do something, if it's not morally right, you shouldn't do it. That's World War II all over again, where officers all said, I was just following orders. You can't follow evil orders. Imagine the Valkyrie plan succeed in Germany. Yet, more death. Would just be more death. For no reason. That's always that's the classic question. If you could go back and kill baby Hitler, would you kill baby Hitler? It's a really good question to ask and think about, right? It's like, he did nearly die in World War One. That would have definitely changed World War Two. Or would it have? Would somebody else have stepped up and made that happen then? I don't know. Because Hitler wasn't alone. He had a lot of Nazi party help. A lot of people had the same train of thought. instead of us all hating Hitler, we would have put a different leader in charge that could have done the same thing or worse. Maybe under a different leadership, they could have actually won the war. This is barley. Where's the best price to sell barley? Yes, there's so many situations where Hitler didn't take advantage. Both sides, there's places where they didn't take advantage, where they could have shortened the war by a long shot, or the other side could have won the war. If they had just listened and taken advantage of situations. So if Hitler had been killed and one of his officers had been the leader of the Nazi party instead of Hitler, the Germans could very well have won the war. Collect. That's enough. Bye. Haha. So it's got both fertilizers on there. It's got weeds around the edge, but who cares? It needs plowing around the edge and needs lime around the edge. Okay. Cool. We'll be ready a little bit before these fields. I have no money. And maximum loan and no money. Attack of the Dead Men. Yeah, the title does say it all. Yeah, it's very true, isn't it? Oh, okay. So the song's about that. You always find it interesting how gassing someone was okay. How those weapons seem to be, they were morally okay to use because they were designed not to kill a person. They were designed to they were designed to make people leave the trenches, evacuate, and the reason why it was morally okay to use these weapons is because if anybody stayed in the trenches after the gases were launched, it was their own fault. If they died, you know. And yet the Germans said weapons like shotguns and sawback, um, what are those called? The blades that go in the end of guns. Just says stabby things. Those were not considered okay to be used by the Germans because it created a normal bullet would be a clean wound and the soldier has bayonets, yeah. A normal bullet would be a clean wound and the soldier has a good chance of getting first aid and living from it, so it's okay to use a normal bullet, but to use a shotgun is not okay because it'll be a slow and painful death. Same with bayonets that are smooth blades. Will make a clean stab and he can seek first aid and likely survive. While the sawback bayonet was not okay because it makes a dirty wound and the soldier will have a painful death. But yet, gases were okay. It's like the reasoning behind it, it's like, I guess that's a story you have to tell yourself to still think you're doing the right thing. Because everybody on both sides of the war thought they were doing the right thing. Okay, since I can't do anything there yet, let's see if we can make some money. Sowing field 44. Are there fertilizing contracts? Oh, small little ones. Yeah, and they're pretty much easy song or easy money. They're just little contracts. So I like that idea there. There's 4 fertilizing here, okay? So 23 and 18 would be closest to me. 23 is over here. Where's 18? Up here. Okay, 23, 18. The other ones were 7 and 5. So 7, 5. So let's do 18, 5, 7, 23. Go in that order. So 18 first. Accept contract. Fertilizers right there. Let's grab. Which tractor should we grab? Okay, the song. Okay, I'll have to open it later. Should I grab the Case IH or the John Deere? Both have narrow tires. which tractor? John Deere it is. There's a mod that allows multiple missions per farm, so I could accept all 4 of them and then go around and do them all. Huh. I have no fertilizer in here. What is this? That's lime. That's fertilizer, so. Shoot. So, I'm not going to have the money to buy the fertilizer to do the contract. No, let's see if I have enough to do the field. Hopefully I have enough to finish the one contract. I'll have to borrow even more money from Jess then. Let's fill up as much as we can. Oh boy, is that going to be enough to finish the field? Let's find out. Field 18. It may be enough. They fall into the ground? Mm. How do I get to that field? Excuse me. I can't back up straight. I think I'll get this field done with the fertilizer I have. I wouldn't buy that. So you're trying to buy this machine here? This one? Trailers. Where's forestry? Trying to buy that one? Lease it. I don't know how easy that crane is to operate. Do you have a vehicle front end loader? Do you have a, because if I were doing forestry, this is what I would do. You don't have to do what I would do. I would buy one of these, a log fork for my front end loader, and I already have this truck. I don't know if you have this truck or not, but I would get this truck and use that and a front end loader. That's what I would do, because you're using the same tractor you already have. All you're using is a different implement on the front, and you're using a truck that you can use to tow semi-trailers as well. That's what I would do, but you're your own farmer. Hey Dylan! So I got 95%. Okay, I need to do another 5%. You know what? Just so I can line it up better and waste as little as possible. Just had a takeaway. I don't know what that means. You'll be assembling a new PC at your dad's place soon. Hope you don't screw it up. Yeah. I can drive through these trees? Yeah, good, good. No, I cannot. Darn it. I'm getting hung up on something. Fast food. A takeaway is fast food. Huh. Makes sense. How much percent do we got left now? Oh, we're finished. Cool. Collect. So which field were we going to do next after that? 18, 5, and then 7? So, 5. Oh, there's a new one up there. From field 45. But I'll accept the small ones first because I need the money to. 23, 45 down here. Okay, so do a big loop. Yeah. So field 5, accept contract, back. Okay, let's fill this up with fertilizer. Yeah, here we would call it takeout, not take away. It's essentially the same word, but it was enough different that I didn't know what takeaway meant. Speaking of fast food, I'm starting to get hungry. It's only 10 o'clock and I'm getting hungry. That's not good. We actually cheat on weekends quite often, and we do what we call skip the dishes. Skip the dishes. It doesn't mean fast food. Skip the dishes has sit-down restaurants, fast food, pizza joints, and for about $7 they will deliver your meal to you. So you can go online, go to a fast food joint, place the order, pay the fast food joint, and pay for the delivery, and it just shows up at your door. Why am I going here? What field am I going to? Field 5. Okay. What? Lithuania is the country. Country Lithuania. Very mountainous country. Very, very mountainous. Lithuania is in the Baltic states. Lithuania was in the center of both world wars between Germany and Russia. Very mountainous. It's got to be one of the flattest countries in the world. It's basically along the ocean between Germany and Russia. That's how I try to explain it to people that have no idea. Because most people know where Germany is and most people know where Russia is. That's a politer answer than you have? Jess's answer is go Google it. It's a unique country. It's pretty cool, actually. I knew very little about it until there's a YouTuber that is from Lithuania. I can't remember his name, but he made a good video. Oh, really? Huh. So if Dylan, if you didn't update me, I probably wouldn't know that answer all the time. Okay. Oh, that ditch is deeper than I thought. Is there a place I can buy fertilizer up here anywhere? Hmm? So can I use your fertilizer? I should be able to. We'll see who gets charged for it though. Yep, giveaway will definitely be some Steam gift cards. I don't know what else I have to give away at the time, or right now, but Steam gift cards will be definitely on the list. So if you want to be in the giveaway, you can make sure that you are friends with me on Steam. The link in Discord timed out. Yeah, like I said, I don't use Discord because it makes my videos, YouTube videos, way too laggy. But I do have a channel. And I'll try to remember to resend it. Yeah, I go on there every now and then. But the only time I use it for playing is when I play some games like Helldivers. When we play that game, I'm using Discord then, or talking to family. I would love to use Discord while I'm live streaming, but it just doesn't work. Not until we get faster internet, which is not anytime soon. I pushed hard for faster internet, but the people that own these apartments are just stupid. Flat out just stupid. Internet company was installing free fiber into all apartments, all buildings. All you had to do was talk to them, apply for it. Free. And they didn't. I think we both have something stuck on our throat. Dylan asked if Farmer Joe's got something stuck on her throat. We've both been coughing for the last 2-3 weeks. Getting much better. I can actually talk now without muting myself the whole time. There we go. That contract is finished. Collect. The next one was field 7? Where did 17? There's 17 in there now. More keep dropping in there. We'll do field 7. Yeah. It's fast considering we have 2 PCs. Yeah, I actually have two copper lines into our modem. So since I couldn't get fiber, all our neighboring apartments, and there's a ditch there too. Be careful there. All the houses, everybody switched to fiber, making copper faster. There's not such a bottleneck. So I talked to the internet company and got 2. Well, Jess did all the hard work. And we got 2 lines of copper into our apartment, making it the fastest copper that you really can get. I go through that ditch. Which makes it decent internet, just not as fast as I would like it. Copper? Yeah, all the... don't know, we just call it copper. It's just like phone lines. Yeah, LAN cable would be the same. Yep, LAN cable would work. I don't know, we call it copper here. And because it's a LAN cable or copper, um, if anybody else in our apartment decides to use internet, if everybody in our apartment decides to use internet at the same time, even with two lines, there's still the bottleneck, right? So we're all using the same line into the rest of the world. So it still bottlenecks it. If nobody else in the area is using internet, we're really high speed. There's no issues at all. But as soon as other people start joining it, bottlenecks. Well, the LAN cables have copper inside of them. The tiny little wires inside are copper. That's why it's called copper. It's the metal used for LAN cables. No, there's actually several boxes or several networks in the apartment, um, but we do share with neighbors. And after that, I was going down to field 23. Oh, there's 37 now as well. Where's 37? 37. Down over here. Okay, we can go 23, 37. You have a name for it. It's called the cable that transfers internet. Which one are we doing? 23? 23, okay. It's funny how fast we have gotten accustomed to internet. When I was in high school, internet was just barely a thing. It's just like, I don't know how we even got through high school without internet. It's like, what is internet? Dial-up internet was just barely starting to be a thing. And a cell phone was just barely starting to become a thing. Yeah, we all have our own modem. Our modem's actually a kickbutt modem provided by the internet provider. It's like a commercial grade one because it's got two lines of copper going into the back of it. My answer to you, Dylan, would be no. Yes, we definitely have Wi-Fi. I always say no to those questions. Very often I go back and go subscribe to other people anyway, but I'm picky with who I subscribe to. Yeah, we have really, really good Wi-Fi coming out of it. Our computers, both our computers are running directly plugged into it. We're not using Wi-Fi because Wi-Fi is a little bit slower than being plugged directly into it. Yeah, dual band internet or dual band Wi-Fi. Fail. Yeah, cables are more reliable. You don't have the interference. Wi-Fi still has interference and you can lose connections a bit. So our two computers are plugged in, hardwired to the modem. Our laptop, when we're on that, that's usually Wi-Fi. Okay, what field are we doing after that? So we got 45, 37, and 17. We're doing 37, right? Yeah. So 37, 45, 17. So 37 is definitely the next one. Hey, I got enough to pay off $5,000. $37. How do I get to 37? Do I have to go over this field? I guess you could go around it, but yeah. Bit of a funky field, huh? I like this map. That this is the edge of the map. Right here is the edge of the map, and yet it looks like it keeps going. And like the Ganantal that you're designing, the edge, the fields are useless here. But they have, whoa, they have a little bit of space there. It makes it feel more natural. hello simulation gaming. So you just converted euros to Canadian dollars, and the PC will be so just about $1,000 PC. Nice. That's a decent PC. And of course, our parts are probably more expensive. If you actually went and took the exact same components you're putting into that computer and try to buy it here, the computer would probably be more expensive. I think that'd be a fairly safe guess. %74. Oh, you have more than one account. Got it. You guys all have that. Iron Thunder has got multiple accounts. Why? Why, Dylan? Why? Ah, nice. So you have a link, so you have a list of parts that'll be in your PC? That's cool. Oh, this field's done. Let's not waste any more fertilizer. What was the next field we're going to? 45? No more fertilizing have dropped in? Nope, so 45. Accept contract. Have you made a shortcut to field 45 yet? No, you're working on the other shortcut, right? How do I get that way? Can I drive along the edge of this field? Hey, Asthmatic Hedgehog. How's it going? Been a while. Any good recovery stories? No good recovery stories? I guess the weather will be getting worse, so you might have some. Your Christmas might be coming as we get some snow. That's what the Bing on Steam was, a Link Iron Thunder. Cool. I'll take a look at that later. And I haven't needed any of your services, Hedgehog, either. Oh, you have been building a shortcut here. It's not complete yet, but there's a lot of tree cutting going on here. Nice. Oh, don't jackknife the trailer. Flipped straw lorry. I know. Lorry is a very European way of saying big rig. So, or semi, or other people would call it articulation. So with a straw dumped over, like, was it like bales of straw or loose straw? I'm assuming bales. Well, I could be loose straw too. And like, how do you recover the load? Do you flip it and then recover the load after? or does the stro, or does the does the load just get left in the ditch? Yeah, yeah. We were just actually talking about that earlier. The difference between terms at different places, like take away and take out, and I didn't know what takeaway was. I should put lorry in as, when I do my trucking videos, I should put lorry as one of the search terms underneath. So when people search for lorry videos, my trucking videos might show up in their searches. So yeah, I guess that, so if he flips over, the bales probably all fell off and were all over the place. Okay, so use the crane and the telehandler to load all the bales onto a different truck, and so basically the same tools used to flip the truck over were used to clean up the load as well. Most of my viewers are from Canada. Second most is USA. And I couldn't guess what the third most is. But I can check. Don't remember exactly where to go in analytics for that, but I can check. Let's see where you guys stack up in the list. Once I get to the end of the field, I'll take a look. You got a new record to replace the other one. Volvo sent us a new one by identical model, but the old one had problems. Okay. Analytics. Okay. Would it be audience? Audience. Top countries. Here we go. Canada, US, United Kingdom. So you guys are United Kingdom right now, but that would change with Brexit and all that. Germany, Australia. Where's Lithuania? There we go. Lithuania down there at 0%. It's such a small percentage, Iron Thunder, you don't count. You count enough for the name to show up, but not enough to make a percent. Australia's on there as well. It says 0 views. You don't count. Iron Thunder, you don't count. That's funny. No, I didn't see Ireland listed at all. was Canada, U.S., United Kingdom, oops, Germany. Was Australia first? Or no, Germany, Australia, and then I saw Lithuania there as well. Maybe. Oh yeah, Ireland's in there, but you don't count either. Ireland was at 0, so Ireland and Lithuania don't count. Quite a few views from Australia. Check with the classic version. See if it's different. Oh, obviously not using GPS. Yep. How do I check classic version? How do I get to the classic version? So that goes to beta. Left panel all the way down. Go into the beta. And then go left panel all the way down. Oh. Why can't I get rid of my taskbar? Creator Studio Classic. Analytics. Man, I don't remember how to use this. Audience. That's not it. Demographics. Maybe demographics. That's age. Playback locations. That's got to be it. No, that's not it either. Go back to demographics. Geography. Okay. Only the top 2 results are available. Seriously? It's only letting me see the top 2%, or the top 2. Sorry. You count even less in the classic. In the classic, you count even less. Yeah, you guys don't count. And they add a monetization feature to beta now. Yeah, I just can't use it until I hit 1,000 subscribers though. No, I don't think so. I don't think that that would make a difference if you were moderators or not. The reason you don't count is because I have such a high percentage of my viewers are Canadian and US that the very little amount of time you guys watch it doesn't count as a full percent. You are my 200th subscriber and you don't even count. It's just I think the percentage is such a small number with only really the two of you guys from those two countries. Um, it's not enough to make a full percent. You guys are a decimal of a percent. Don't worry, in my book you guys count. Am I going to have enough fertilizer to finish this contract? I think so. Yep. Let's go fill it up with fertilizer again. I did not try it from your farm. I didn't need to. Yeah, the shortcut will go from her farm to my farm over here. Over through this little road here. I think I'll eventually paint the road at an angle over here. This is a trigger point, but what is it? That's just water, okay. Not drinking water though. Oops. Yeah, open that lid just under the power line. Look at that. Did I hit this power line too? No, I clear that one. It's like a spoiler for the spreader. There we go, I just used 18 grand, didn't even fill it all the way up. 17. You can't open a gate? Okay, where are you? Can I... What's the nearest way I can assist? Do you have a vehicle there? Which tractor? That one? What electronic shops are the most popular in Canada? Actually, you could Google it. I don't know. Staples? Best Buy? Best Buy? I can't open this gate either. It's bugged up. We may not be able to open this gate. So they're saying you got a road going through here, but you can't open the gate. What? Oh, the fence ends. And you can go through the end over here. But the gate itself you can't open. Yeah, just cut those trees down so you can still do it, but... Why is Staples so funny? Staples is more like an office supply place, but they have electronics, but Best Buy would be more popular. London Drugs, it's expensive, but they have electronics. The Source is a dying company. They used to be the top electronics place, but do we own the land? Yes, Farmer Joe owns that land. Yep. Electronics, we order everything online. I see weeds are growing. Field 28 is getting weeds. Oh, and 24 is getting weeds. 28 and 24 are getting weeds, working their way down. I think weeds always shows up on top. I don't have to turn anything else off. Keep an eye on our fields to make sure. Yeah, I'm not going to allow that name. Might be humorous, but I'm not going to allow that name. Um, yeah, I order stuff from what's it called, PC Canada. And then Tiger Direct Canada. Okay. I need to hit Alt Home. That's pretty close. Nice try. Nice try. If you wanted to curse at me for banning your other account, you should have not sworn on your second account. It'll automatically block that message. I didn't ban them. I didn't ban the second one, I just did not allow that comment. But you can ban them. Don't need those. In fact, as long as we know for sure it's him again coming back, just keep banning that file because no, we don't have to torture him. Just we don't need immature people on here. Jess is like, oh, okay, I guess I'll leave. And we don't need to make a big deal about it either. It's just we just don't need that crap. Just immature, that's all. All good. Are your trees just falling right through the ground? One type of tree is falling through the ground, so you can't even pick them up. It's doing a good job of blocking stuff. You guys are on it, and I don't have enough. Not enough people come onto my channel to be idiots, so. If all of a sudden it became a real problem where this was happening on an hourly basis, then I'd have to look into getting some bots or, and even then, only if you guys couldn't keep up with it. Yeah, your Farmer Joe hasn't even logged in yet. She can lay down hammer too. And if that type of thing keeps happening in the future, you don't even have to make a comment to them. You don't have to give them a reason for banning them. You don't have to tell them to do anything. Just block them and get rid of them. Because really, that's what they want. They want the excitement, right? They're ordering the attention. So by talking about it right now, I'm giving him the attention that he wanted, right? So. PC Canada doesn't even have all the stuff you need to make a PC. Isn't that funny? Yeah, we buy parts from different websites. Tiger Direct is pretty good. What we usually do is we go through all the parts we want for the computer, and then go from website to website and check out every single website for that exact part and get the best price for that one piece, and then build the computer. So the computer comes from many different websites often. We used to use NCIX, had really good prices. There's a reason why they went bankrupt. They made so little money on the parts that they couldn't stay in business. And then when they moved the prices up, all the sales went to the competitors. So what are we doing right now? We're fertilizing. What percentage of this done? 95%. Should get done here pretty quick. I'm wasting a little bit on the edge, but it should be okay, right? So what does PC Canada not have that you need to finish your computer? Oh, it's finished. Okay, accept contract. Collect. Any more fertilizing? No, looks like that's it for fertilizing. Let's go bring this home. Kuronite, the bird. I was going to let you stay on here as long as you didn't mention that you were the same guy. I knew right away as soon as you commented you were the same guy. As long as you don't mention that you're the same guy, we'll leave you there. But as soon as you mention it, goodbye. Thank you, Iron Thunder. You did exactly what I would have done. Right, so the processor in Canada is... It's actually cheaper in Canada than in Lithuania. Okay. So some of the parts might actually be cheaper. Yeah. So, yeah, Iron Thunder Dylan, if he comes back and he doesn't mention at all about his other accounts of... Because he's going to keep coming back and wanting to be banned. If he doesn't mention the other accounts, and we pretty much know right away it'll be him. Doesn't mention the other accounts, leave them there unless he says something inappropriate. But other than that, we don't have to talk about it again, just get rid of them. The site, so PC Canada doesn't have GPUs and you know, the two parts that basically make make a computer. Hey Dylan, why would you say we're gonna reach 460? Just make sure it's not all your accounts that doing it. We should repair this. Don't make a bunch of accounts and subscribe a bunch of times, because YouTube Analytics will catch that and will actually ban the accounts. And if you do it a couple of times here and there, but they won't. But if you do a whole bunch of it, the analytics will, the AI will catch it and will actually get rid of all the subscribers from that account. You might have mistaken sites. There's quite a few websites in Canada, that Canadian computer websites that we can order Canadian parts. Oh yeah, we even order Amazon. Yeah, we even order some computer parts on Amazon because it's cheaper. Yeah, Jess's graphics card came from Amazon. I don't know where mine came from again. Might have been Amazon as well. But our actual computers, what, 5 years ago, came from NCIX. Amazon sounds fishy? No, we've got some really good deals on Amazon. You just have to do a lot of research before you order to make sure the seller is legit. Just like eBay. eBay, yeah, you can order through Amazon from Intel, from the manufacturer through Amazon. You just have to make sure it's a legit company you're ordering from. Okay, wrong button. What contract do we do now? Field 4, where are you? I don't want to bring my combine there. I don't think I can plant sunflowers with my cedar or cotton or sugar beet. Okay, where's field 25? Over there. I do not want to bring my combine. My combine has to basically stay below this line here. It's a 45-degree angle across where the trees are, because combine cannot go through here without a header trailer. I don't have a header trailer for my combine, and it can't go through here without a header trailer. So I have to keep my combine below these. Yeah, it's not a very well organized website, I agree. Okay. Fire truck's going out somewhere. Field 50. It's corn header though. I can't afford to buy my own corn header right now. I could borrow the equipment. Yeah, you're right. Field 50. Field 50. Where's field 50? Right down here. I don't know. I might actually be a good idea. Borrow the items. What else do we have? Yeah, I think I'll go for it. Borrow the items. Why am I locked up? I'm like locked up. There you go. Wow. let's grab our combine. There we go. It's a Fendt 8T ideal. It's really an ideal. We don't need the header trailer. And I really don't want to use that tractor and that trailer. Because this header, what's just a small trailer? It'd be better if I used it for money-wise. Maybe I will. Let's go this way. I like this combine. I really like this combine. I would probably, if I bought this, I'd probably get it in Massey Ferguson version. You can also get it in Challenger version, but I don't think in-game. In real life you could get it in Challenger version. Found a power supplies. It was under power and cooling. Yeah, they don't organize well. What is my power supply? Oops. Can't remember what it is. 850? I was going to guess 850. Corsair 850. Yes, I opened my computer up and looked. Ah, shoot, this combine, I need to repair it and all that. I'm pretty close to my place. Guess I'll drive to my place, repair it. No GPS on it either because it's borrowed. I have a service trailer, but no way of moving the service trailer without a tractor. Or without a... I'm going to get a pickup for it, for the service trailer. But currently I don't have the money. I wanted to buy that field before I bought a pickup. How much is the pickup? 45 grand? Right now we only have 10 grand accessible to us. My case actually has just, it's a really nice case. It's got two latches. The whole side pops open on both sides. It's a big case. It's a Corsair case, big Corsair case. Hard drives are just quick release too. I really like how that works. When we had, several years ago, we had a fire alarm go off at night. I got up, went outside. Yes, our apartment building is actually on fire. There's a fire in one of the apartments buildings. I ran back inside, got Jess up and said, grab this and this and this, passport, ID, ran to the computers, just yanked the hard drives out, and then left the building. Ended up being a minor fire and they got it under controlled pretty quickly. Repair. Yes. And yes, you have to repair these before you start the contract, or else it's a good chance of failing the contract. And I just noticed I can't customize it. I couldn't even put GPS on it if I wanted to. GTX 1650 4GB in Canada is $202, in Lithuania $243. So I guess different things are different prices. The prices fluctuate. Yeah, Dylan, I always find that funny too. It's like, by all means, even negative comments. I leave negative comments in my YouTube comments. I always leave them there, as long as they're not vulgar or offensive. I leave them there because it helps my channel. What's that? You want to negotiate with me? What do you want me to do? Or whatever you guys call them? Are you talking about the GPU? Graphics card? Or Canadian dollars versus euros? You're converting. Oh, you're converting to Canadian dollars. Yeah, the initial cost for my computer when I first got it was $2,000, but it's had several upgrades since then. So what the full price of this computer is, I don't know. It was definitely very expensive, but it's lasting. All we have to do is replace components of it as needed. I don't know what the next part that will need to be replaced. It might be the CPU. And sometimes when it gets to the CPU, it's time just for a complete new computer. Or at least a new motherboard and a CPU. Sometimes it's worth doing that. Yes, I'm yawning. How long have we been streaming for? Over 2 hours? 2.5 hours? Holy smokes. I'm hungry too. Mm. Yeah, Iron Thunder. I really doubt that he actually has. He's probably just gone to websites and found obscure photos and stuff and doing obnoxious stuff like that. Just by me talking about it right now is what he wants. It's just a cry for attention. It's people that have a low self-esteem. Um, just by us continue talking about it, he gets what he wants. So I'm gonna try not to talk about it anymore. Well, we're gonna end the stream here soon anyway. But the best thing is just to block someone like that and not even talk about them. I'm using the trailer and tractor because it's cheaper. It's not my fuel, not my maintenance cost. It's gonna take a couple more trips, but it saves me a couple of bucks, and I need to save bucks. Once my fields are ready for harvest, those 3 fields, I'll probably get close to out of debt just by harvesting all those fields. And then I'll be looking to buy a 4th one. And Iron Thunder, don't worry, if he goes, just because he's not getting attention he could on my site, he's coming to yours now. Um, if you get a bunch of thumbs downs, like Dylan said, who cares? It helps your YouTube channel. YouTube analytics say, hey, this is a topic that people very much dislike or very much like, so hey, that's attention we should send people to. So you just ban or get rid of comments that are vulgar and aren't necessary there. If they're comments that you disagree with but they're negative, leave them there. It's good for your channel. Um, I don't mind. I don't mind a whole bunch of dislikes. I don't know how many he threw in there. He probably had a couple of channels and did that. If he goes to every single video and dislikes every video on my channel, it's just helping me out. So I encourage him to do that. I always encourage people to thumbs up or thumbs down because both help me. And back rub helps me too. I like that. Yeah. They don't. They don't live a normal life. Well, I am gonna go get some food. Maybe be lazy again and skip the dishes. Or order some pizza. That That is part of the problem. But he might also be suffering from depression and stuff like that, and makes him want the attention and stuff, right? So, um, and idiots make you go, I appreciate the good people we have around us. So, idiots like that just make me appreciate you guys more. So, my channel has had very few of those. So, when we do get one idiot like that, you guys all make it a big deal because my channel doesn't attract a lot of negative people because I try to be positive. I'm just one of those people that I'm always happy, right? Life is good. Maybe because I did used to suffer severely from depression. I had my I need attention. I don't know if I ever did dumb things like he did, but I've done stupid things. I've had my suicidal thoughts. I've been there, so I might understand idiots like that more. And I gotta appreciate the good life I have now. So that's why I'm good all the time. I'm happy all the time. When things go wrong, I'm still happy because they don't really affect me. My life is still going good. What? Okay, someone needs to be fired. Just looking at a headline, 10 people are hospitalized after going to get a flu shot, and they got insulin instead of a flu shot. Oops. Hopefully nobody got killed because of it. Because it could kill you. Someone needs to be fired. But anyway, on that positive note, thank you guys for watching. Iron Thunder, Dylan, you guys absolutely rock. I should be on tomorrow morning again while doing laundry. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow morning while I do laundry. It's not a sugar, but yeah, it's for diabetics. Insulin's for diabetic. It's a blood sugar level. Yep. And it overdoses can really do damages to your body. So insulin isn't meant to be taken in big doses like that, like a flu shot dose. So even for people that have blood sugar, that's way too much insulin. It left people unresponsive, nonverbal, and not able to move. That's how much insulin they got. So it could easily kill someone if you basically got overdosed on insulin. So somebody in the medical profession made a very big mistake, and I've said this before. When I became an ambulance attendant, I had to pass the test at 80%. Do you really want your doctor to know 80% of how to save your life? The test should be a little stricter than 80%. Passing grade should not be 80% to become a doctor or a nurse. I sucked at an ambulance attendant. I really sucked at it. Guess what I passed my test at? 80% on the dot. I could go work in any ambulance? No. I'm not stupid enough to do that. I was a firefighter. It was just an extra course that we took above our firefighting. Taught me a lot of good things, but 80% doesn't make me someone that should do that as a professional living. Obviously, whoever did this passed their exam at 80% and didn't get the 95% they should be at. There's doctors out there that have passed their tests that shouldn't be out there. It's pretty obvious that a vial somewhere, somebody messed a vial of insulin up with insulin with a flu shot somewhere along the line. but there should be checks and balances to that. The nurse or whoever is applying the shot should be reading the label first, even if there is a mess up. 80% should not be a passing grade in my book. Or at least make doctors have to declare, hey, this is what the percentage I passed at. You should have to say, hey, I passed at 80%. I passed at 95%. Yeah, I'm going to go with a doctor that passed with 95%. Yeah, I know I'm going on rants and tangents and stuff, but it's a good day. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours, for crying out loud. It's a good day. So, thank you for watching again. Hopefully I see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.